So this window of opportunities, you can see the way it is. So emotional intelligence, social attachments, like I said, we have secure and insecure attachments. We have secure and insecure attachments. We have social attachments. We have motor skills. This is about movement. We have language and vocabulary. Now, language, it has been discovered that a child before 7 years can actually speak up to 5 languages and they will master all the 5 languages. So if you are in an environment where your native language is not the dominating language, please, you need to do this between the age of 0 to 7 years, so that after that time, you will not be struggling for your child to learn. I've seen people who live in Lagos and they are Igbo people, their children are struggling to learn Igbo because Igbo is not the dominating language in this environment. And so anything after 7, you see parents struggling to teach language. Vision and sight, yes, 0 to 2 years, 2 to 4 years, and then any age. Then we have maths, number concepts, and logic skills. Now, when it comes to maths, mathematics is not a theory. Mathematics is a concept and it's a logic. Now, why most of us struggle with math in school is because within this age, we were not taught mathematical concepts. We were only taught theory, how to cram, how to memorize 1 to 100. Most of our schools in Nigeria, this is what they do. They just teach children how to memorize 1 to 100, write 1 to 200, write even up to 1,000. And the children do not understand number concepts. These children do not understand number concepts. Now, a child that does not understand number concepts and logic skill, problem solving skill, we struggle with maths, because maths is more than just theory. There is a logic skill that is behind maths. Now, for everybody that is taking mathematics, you are learning mathematics, mathematics should teach you problem solving skill. How many people today can use a problem solving skill from mathematics? Are you seeing now? So music, yes, music is from age 3, but for a start, if you have a baby, I do advise that you play audio music, soft music for that child when they are still very young, anything from 3 months. Children need audio. In fact, they don't need screen. A child does not need screen between age 0 to 2. What they need is audio. Just play audio music, let them interact with audio things, and that will help their music skill. And then it starts between age 3. Your child wants to learn music, let it start by age 3. Another one is independence. Yes, you realize that the moment your child turns 2, they want to get independent. You want to brush for them. They want to drag the brush. You want to do something. They want to start gaining independence. It's because the window of opportunity for independence is open within that period of time. Then another next best opportunity is between the age of 4 to 7 years. Then we have puberty period. We have the thinking skills. Yes, the thinking skills start between age 1 to 4. Now, how do you help your child develop these windows of opportunities? You engage them in activities. Activities is how children learn. That's why we talk about play. This is how these children learn. So problem solving, yes, problem solving skill also start between age 1 to 4. Now, those people who think that, oh, my child is just 6 months, my child is just 1 year, I don't really need to start learning parenting. You know, a lot of people miss this opportunity. They think it's only the school that will teach them. And parents even buy toys that are not relevant to the window of opportunity of their children. They buy toys that are not relevant to what their children should learn. So if you don't understand this window of opportunity, focus on part-time, you'll be buying toys, you'll be doing all of those things, but you may not be hitting the targets. Are you seeing it now? So we have cause and effect. The ability of a child to understand cause and effect also open up between age 1 to 4. Then the next best opportunity is 4 to 7 years. So 7 years, anything after 7 years, rewiring will be very, very difficult. Any foundation you did not lay before 7 years. I talked to us about the wiring of the neurons yesterday. Trust. Yes, children build trust between age 0 to 2 years. The reason why some of us cannot trust people is because of the interaction we had when we were young. A child that is always abandoned, a child that is not, catered for, a lot of things, the things that should form trust. Our interaction with these children, we build their trust level. Another period is 2 to 5 years. You know why children begin to find it difficult to trust their parents is because we have reached their trust, in those periods. oh, I'm coming back, I'm buying biscuits, I'm coming, and you don't do those things, just little things. The absorbent mind, I'm still going to get there very soon. I think I mentioned it the other time. The absorbent mind, we absorb it like that. The absorbent mind will not say, oh, daddy is joking. No, no. So we have impulse control. Yes, impulse control also open between age 1 to 4 years, then 4 to 7 years. If you see children who have this impulse control challenge, is because, are you seeing where it's coming from now? It's probably because the parents did not, work on those things. It's because the parents did not work on those things. We have independent, we have thinking skills, we have problem solving skills. And these are the windows of opportunities. And the way to maximize this window of opportunity is to engage your child in activities that will help them. Are you seeing now? Activities that will help them. And that is where I will be supporting you with resources. Yes, I'll be supporting you with resources that will help you to maximize these activities. I think, okay, we also have, we have cooperation and team spirits. We have cooperation and team spirits. We have, okay, I'm coming. Please let me see. We have cooperation and team spirit. We have, okay. Oh. All right. We have cooperation and team spirit. Cooperation and team spirit open between 2 to 4, then 4 to 8 years, then 8 years to puberty. We have working memory. Working memory. The window of opportunity for working memory opens between the age of 2 to 4 years, then 4 to 7 years. So if you want your child to have a very good memory, you see now, these are the periods that you need to work on those things. You know what? One of the things I do for my own child is to focus on the brain development, working memory. There are games that you can play that will help your child develop all these skills that we are talking about. But you must first understand the window of opportunity and what is open in that window of opportunity. I'm still going to send, I'll try and screenshot this and send it to the group so that other people can see it. So the windows of opportunities, these are very important period in your child's life. And one of the ways you will understand this thing is that your child will gravitate towards these activities. They will, like when the window of opportunity for independence is open, no matter how small the child is, you will see that they will begin to gravitate towards independence. So they want to do things themselves. They want to just do those things. When the window of opportunity for, let's say, impulse control is open, your interaction with that child will determine what is happening. Let us, the child is having outbursts, the way you respond is very important. These are the things that will now help the child. Now, like I said yesterday, the neuroplasticity of the brain can split for retraining, thus giving room for rewiring. So, but rewiring is extra work. The reason you are here, you have a child between age 1 to 5, is because I don't want to find you in the rewiring box. I want you to maximize the window of opportunities, because in this period, your child will learn these things with ease. So the reason some children are struggling with math is because the time that they can learn the logic and the number concepts with ease, the school did not do that. They were only busy teaching them how to memorize things. And that's what most Nigerian schools, that's what they do. I once worked with somebody, she's from abroad, and she told us in that school, she said, no child should write until they are 3. It doesn't really play well with our own ideology, but that's what she said. And she made us realize that this thing is very important, that we are just, it's theory that we know in Nigeria. And so I believe you get that window of opportunity very clearly. Please let me see you in the chat box. If you pick anything from that, what I just said about the window of opportunity, what did you pick? Let me see you in the chat box. Let me see so that I'll be sure that we are together. All right, thank you. Let's now go to captivating learning sports, captivating learning points for these children. The absorbent mind, I've explained it. Adaptability, yes, that capacity to adapt. The absorbent mind is the mind that does not judge and just absorb things the way you give it to the child. Yes, the way you give it to the child is the way the absorbent mind will absorb it. All right? Okay. The next one is, please, can anybody hear me? Let me see you in the chat box. Is anybody learning anything? Let me be sure you are still with me, please. Okay, I'm seeing responses. Okay, okay. Okay, please, what did you learn from the window of opportunities that I just explained? I want to be sure you are learning. Please share with me. Yes, share with me. What did you pick from that window of opportunity that I just explained right now? Okay, so let's move to the learning sports. Another one is organization. Yes, I've talked about routine, I've talked about structure. Please don't work with these children without having a routine. You see, my daughter is currently they're having their midterm break 1 week. And what I did was I quickly create a routine that we are going to work with. Now, it doesn't have to be stereotyped, but at least you know what you are doing in the morning, you know what you are doing in the afternoon, you know what you are doing in the evening. So she knows the time for the outdoor play, she knows the time for the indoor play, she knows the time for games and all of those things. Very important. These things will ease your relationship with your child and also avoid unnecessary, outbursts that we constantly have. Sensory exploration, I've explained that. Yeah, most of the time, we don't understand when children are having sensory exploration, and they do this with their 5 senses. Independence, yes, allow them to be independent and give choice over negotiation. Children learn things when they do it by themselves. They learn when they do it by themselves. Okay, independence. So another one is movement. Yes, movement like jumping, dancing, running. This will help their motor skill development. Unfortunately for us, most of the time we want to restrict them. Another one is play, fun, activities, and creativity. Play is the strongest learning weapon for children. Play is the strongest learning weapon for children. Yes, that has been discovered. Communication and socializing, when they talk, when they communicate with you, all these points is where they learn. Talking and conversation. Don't always shut your child up from talking or from even asking you questions. It's not good, because that is how they learn. Repetition and perfection. Yes, children like to copy things exactly the way it is. So when you, even in school, you see that they use this repetition very well. You see your child in nursery 1, they are writing 1, 2, 3, they are writing ABC, or maybe pre-nursery. Nursery 1, they repeat the same thing. They will still start from that ABC and all of those things, because this is how these children will learn. We also have sense refinement. Hands-on activities refine senses and build intelligence. See the picture that I put here. This is hands-on activity. Activities that they can lay their hands on. And if you see all the things that I've mentioned, I did not mention screen. Now, if you have a child that is not yet 2 years, your child has nothing to do with screen. Children under age 2 do not learn from screen. They only repeat what they hear from the screen. What these children need is audio. They don't need screen. They need more of audio. So do more of audio for your child under 2 years. And this is, I'm talking from a research that has been done. So these children don't need too much of screen. Even if you have a child that is above 2 years, they need more of hands-on exercises than screen. How to maximize this captivating learning points? Avoid constant restriction. A skill that is not used will be lost. Oh, sorry about that mistake. A skill that is not used will be lost. Avoid constant restriction. Don't jump, don't play. When we restrict them too much, they will not be able to use their skills. And when they don't use it, they will lose it. If you have a child that talks too much, don't always say, keep quiet, keep quiet. If your child is not using that talking skill, they will lose it. So we have to, I know sometimes we want them to be quiet, be gentle, and be calm like an adult, but it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So all these times that you say, oh, keep quiet, oh, sit down there, don't jump, don't do this, is not, that's how they learn and that's how they should live. So when they don't use it, they will lose it. So please take note of that. If you are getting anything, please let me see you in the chat box. Let me see that you are learning something. Now, number 2 thing you want to do is create the opportunity for play, for learning and exploration. You have to create the opportunity. You have to tell your child, okay, you cannot jump on the sofa or you cannot jump on the chair because you will destroy the chair, you will destroy the sofa if you jump on it. Then you can jump on the bed. So you have to create that opportunity for them. Okay, you can jump outside. Okay, we have trampoline. You can jump on the trampoline. So you have to create that opportunity for learning instead of just restricting the child. Think of safety. Not everywhere is safe. For example, a child cannot be jumping in the kitchen when there is hot water and hot things. That's not a place to jump. So there is a place to jump, there is a place not to jump. So think of safety. And another thing is, allow these children to take risk. Sometimes we are afraid of, oh, you will fall down, you will break your leg. You even beat a child for falling down, maybe during play. You just beat the child. You say, I told you not to play. And you beat the child because the child falls down. You don't need to beat that child because play is how they learn. And another thing is that when you beat a child for falling down, it's not good. I mean, logically, an adult will fall down, will pick the adult up and say sorry. A child will fall down, you beat the child for falling down. There's no reason why you should beat a child for falling down. There's no reason. Just because that is how we were raised. It's not, let's just think, that's how we were raised, but is it actually that okay? So when you are creating your opportunity, create it in a safe place. Think about safety. Create boundaries. Explain what is permitted and what is not permitted. So your child the absorbent mind of your child has been absorbing how you have been cooking in the kitchen. And then the child begins to gain permission. Now the child can carry the pot. The child carries the pot and begin to put sand, take it outside, put sand and start rolling it. Oh, I'm preparing rice, I'm cooking. That's also sensory exploration. Now you need to tell the child, okay, you want to play. You want to try cooking, but you cannot use my kitchen pot to do this. Are you seeing it? But you can use another thing to do what you want to do. So explain what is permitted and what is not permitted. But when you are explaining, don't just do it out of restriction. If your child cannot do something, tell them, okay, maybe tomorrow we'll go to the park and you'll be able to jump and do all of these things. But you have to also create this space even in your home. Sometimes I allow my child to jump on the bed. You understand? I just say, okay, no problem. Jump on the bed if you want to jump on the bed. And you have to just create that opportunity. Your job is to meet their needs and teach independence. Now, the difference between us and these children, because all of us are dependent. Human beings are created to be interdependent. For example, I'm an adult. I can say that I'm independent, but the truth is I still have to depend on a job for survival. I still have to depend on even if you are selling something, you still have to depend on your customers to buy from you. You see, now we have to depend on good shelter, good water, and all of those things. But these children are depending on us. So it is our job to now teach them how to be independent. So for example, when your child is between 0 to 2 years, you give them water. The moment they are clocking 3, you begin to teach them how to go and take the water by themselves. Are you seeing now? So your job is that you are meeting their needs and you are also teaching them how to be independent. That's your major work as a parent. So you don't miss any aspect. Meet that need, They need to jump, they need to play, they need to explore. Then also teach them independence. So, and that is another very important part of relating with these children that we must understand. For example, let me give you an example of sensory exploration. And all these things I'm discussing, when these children lack it, it can lead to tantrum. It can lead to emotional outbursts. For example, a child sees a car that is dusty and begin to create all kinds of shapes on the car. And you are calling the child. Which name would I use now? Okay, John, come inside. The child is not answering you. Now, what that child is doing is sensory exploration. The child is carried away. Then you go out, beat the child, carry the child. I've been calling you. Can't you answer me? Don't you know? And then the child falls on the ground, begins to cry, and just there is outbursts. Now, that is an adult-initiated tantrum, because you need to first look at what the child is doing and just say, oh, you are drawing, you are doing this. Okay, in the next 5 minutes, you are coming inside. So we have to be patient with these children when we are dealing with them. So all these things matters a lot. Now, after this class, I'm going to post some activities in the group that you can begin to engage your child with, that will help them to develop all these windows of opportunities, and also to help them develop their captivating learning system. So I've mentioned 10 right now. We talk about the absorbent mind, adaptability, that's number 2. We have organization and structure, that's number 3. We have sensory exploration, that's number 4. We have independence, that's number 5. We have movements, that's number 6. We have play and fun activities and creativity. We have, and that's number 7. Communication is number 8. Repetition and perfection is number 9. Then sense refinement is number 10. So you never can tell how creative your child can be when you allow them to explore. So please don't miss these opportunities. Don't miss these learning spots for these children. So, and that is very important. Please, I want to see your feedback in the chat box. What are you learning in this class? Let me be sure you are learning something. So this is where we are going to end module 2. So this is very important. Create boundaries, allow freedom, don't over restrict your child, and then just let them explore